Alright, let's just load this up and see what this looks like. I think it's one of these two. Yeah, this is not the one. Oh god. Wait, they just moved! Which one is it now? Why the fuck? Is it this one? Nope. It's still not this one. Okay. I swear to fucking god. Okay, it has to be this one. Like, what? What the fuck? Wait! It's not. Wait. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. It's still not. It's still not this one. What? Okay, not this one. Okay. Uh-huh. Now, okay. I've got it. I've got it this time. Here it is. Okay. Whew. We found it. What the fuck? Did you see that? I've never been more debated in my life. I unironically think Darius is a bad card. At this point in time, I think as I improve this deck, Darius will have to get cut. I think the idea of slow speed finishers is just not a concept in Runeterra. I think your finishers are meant to be fast speed so you can open attack. Like, Darius always feels bad. And that's something that a lot of people disagree with. Third Glimpse over Darius. Both cards are slow. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking Third Glimpse makes more sense than Darius at this point. With some modifications, maybe. We got Vile Feast in the mirror. Vile Feast feels sweet in this mirror, actually. Just like winning the Spider Wars. And keeping like crowd favorite Elise has to feel good too. To be honest, Elise feels a little weaker as well. Elise is pretty good. But I was thinking about running like a different form of aggro. That take is a little too hot, my guy. I can't subscribe to the Elise is a little weaker as well. I will say, like, this is turning into more of like a value, like vanilla value aggro deck, rather like I've cut down on some synergy aspects. Like, for example, like Arachnoid Horror for Stirred Spirits and running like, you know, like Keeper and stuff like that. That has been happening, but
You won't suffer long.
that being said, I mean, Elise is really good in this deck. She's just a good card. And sometimes her ability to flip is game winning. Now, you might say that Elise isn't a powerful enough reason to be in these colors. Like, maybe it should be run with like Ionia and Noxus. And I think that's a fair argument. So this is a mad value skitterer. Gigantus value skitterer. God, that attack just looks so bad all of a sudden. Neat. But he definitely has like the wider board, more swamp tools here. Okay. We've got crowd a favorite. Go a bit more aggressive. I think maybe I could use one Vile Feast here, but not both of them. It's also very possible that it's literally just always a mistake to let Elise flip. Like, that's definitely possible. Like, there I got a lot of value out of flipping it, and with the Vile Feast in hand, I can usually protect myself against like the challengers, but I mean, maybe I literally like, maybe it's just more important than anything ever. Very, very possible. So he's on defense. I'm pretty okay with that exchange.
A tribute to the spider god.
Basically just makes my attack a bit weaker. Gained reactivity by doing this as well. Yeah, so that makes sense. He's basically developing a larger dude. We pretty much don't have an attack here, which means we're just playing to level our Elise too. Adding this to the stack, I think would have been better, because he was telegraphing that he had a crowd favorite. I think that was definitely something we could have put him on. So I think we could, if we add it to the stack, then we devalue his crowd favorite, which is really a big deal for sure. So that's a misplay. But yeah, the matchup just is basically just trying to like smash for the most value. This matchup can actually play in a few different ways. Like sometimes, depending on draws, it can be just like out aggroing, or sometimes it can be just like out smashing. So my crowd favorite is also hitting 6/6 if I play it right now. I think I just want that, actually. I think it's too important to have this earlier. I think that a very, very common mistake is greeting your crowd favorites. Like, a lot of people will just wait for the 6/6 or wait for the 7/7, and I think you really can't do that. So we can probably kill his Elise with, like, Mark of the Isles or something if he tries to not challenge or something. We'll see. And the fact that, like, he has the skitter for this crowd favorite's pretty big. So he's looking to kill our Elise here. Makes sense. He's looking to... Sure, I'm okay with that one. So Brothers Bond just to kill the Elise and the Arachnoid Horror looks good. It kills Elise pretty inefficiently. I don't know, Mark of the Isles and then leave this alive. We're going down to 10, which is a little awkward. But keeping Brothers Bond in hand is nice. If we Brothers Bond and kill both of them, we'd be sacrificing our Frenzied Skitterer, which is a bit more stat value. I think it's too good in this case, actually. Oh yeah, wait, this is fearsome. I guess I literally have to mark. I have to take 10, right? I'm trying to think, like, what else is there to do here? Not really anything, right? I think taking 10 is okay here. Like, as long as he's losing his Elise too, then this is fine. But we're definitely a bit behind. So open attack or develop 2 dudes. He's on a pretty narrow hand. 3-card hand means I probably gain more value playing into this round than he does. He's likely on Darius. If he's running the 2-of version, which is the most common. But I think we can't take an open attack here. I think it's just too strange, basically. Pretty interesting. How's the changes to the deck coming so far? I'm feeling pretty good about this, actually. I think this is quite a bit better. So yeah, Legion Rearguard is a great thing for me, for him to have. I think it's threatening very, very little here. In terms of like all the things he could have, what I would be scared of. Second crowd favorite, you have to play it here. There's no way you would even think about that, right? There's no way. There's no way you wouldn't just snap that crowd favorite down. Not a chance. Yeah, that's a good sentry. So without the crowd favorite, we might not be able to take a great attack here. Because our crowd favorite has a good block on his, so damage to his crowd favorite is doing almost nothing. And this game is being slowed down quite a bit. I actually think just chilling here is fine. Like, he's out of resources. We're at 10, but we're not under a crazy amount of pressure. It's a hard call for him, because like sometimes you might want to use the sentry offensively instead of defensively. But yeah, I think we just can't attack anymore, and that's fine. We've got a good block into him, and we have good like cards in hand for this kind of situation. Glimpse Beyond is like the ultimate value card for this situation. Like, imagine if this was a Darius. That wouldn't feel that great. But Glimpse, so good.
You won't get past me.
Second rear guard, fine by me. I don't think I need the spiders for anything, actually. And it's just too awkward. It's a little too awkward to play them here. So what's his hand?
I'll do better this time.
His hand is so specific. It's a trick. He's running the other version with rear guards. I think it's more likely that he's not on Mark of the Isles at all. So I put him on Brothers Bond is the most likely thing he could have. Or one of the weird ones like Culling Strike. So he's not attacking with Crowd Favorite, which makes sense. Not attacking with Crowd Favorite is fascinating. Because that means his card is most likely Brothers Bond. So he's looking to bond when I block with Favorite. Yeah, his card literally has to be Brothers Bond. It can be like almost nothing else. Unfortunately for me, it's like it's a hard block to not take here. Like, I can't really play around Bond that well. The best thing I can do is force him to use his second Bond target on something that's less relevant. So yeah, I think I have to put this through, and then we'll glimpse this spider that's dying. It's not impossible his card is Vile Feast. It's just less likely, because he's used it already and he has other options. Wow, it's actually Vile Feast? No, it's Bond, right? He's using it on that one? That's fine. Okay, works for me. And we're good.
We weren't expecting callers.
Do I solo attack with the 4/4? That's so bad. At slow speed, his options are more threatening than mine. I can't solo attack with this 4/4. That's way too bad. What are the odds his top deck blows us out here? It's like Elise, Darius. Skitterer is really huge. There's so many cards that he could have just drawn that make me really not want to give him an action. Like even like second Crowd Favorite, just being like a 5/5 on this board is like a little chunky for sure. So yeah, I think just full attack, full open attack has to be right. It just has to be. He'll block the Skitterer with the Crowd Favorite, I think. You could block this and play around Mark of the Isles and Might. He's playing into Brothers Bond. That's fascinating. Do you want to do that? What's your card in hand that makes this play good? Because you always put me on Bond there. Like the way I'm playing, 100% I have Bond. It's like, I say 100, it's like 80%. It's a really high percent. I feel like he could have opened himself to some top decks there if he played around Brothers Bond. So please put some pressure on Riot to nerf this Ionia shit, for fuck's sake. Okay, only message from now. Hey man, My chat is asking for me to tell you they would like Ionia elusives to be nerfed. Smiley face. When do you think we would be able to have an Ionia elusives nerf? I'll let you know what they say.